What a beautiful group of Jehovah's precious servants. Maybe we'll coin a new expression today, gray beards of righteousness.
It was 140 years ago, in 1884, when Zion's Watchtower Tract Society was legally incorporated. Now, I know there are many gray beards here, but I understand that none of you were present on that occasion.
Psalm 133, verses 1 and 2 says, "Look, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. It's like fine oil poured on the head that runs down the beard, Aaron's beard." Not only are we gathered at 23 Unity Place here in Newburgh, but many in the audience can now relate to what it's like to have oil run down the beard.
You brothers, imagine living 100 years with a beard, 100 years with just a mustache, 100 years with a goatee, 100 years clean shaven. Then go back and repeat that process with different variations.
And in other news, there's a new product in the Bethel Commissary, beard butter. Not to be confused with the butter that you spread on your toast.
So this was just a compilation I threw together of all the beard jokes at this year's annual meeting. And just for context, maybe you're watching this and you don't know much about Jehovah's Witnesses. It's only as recently as December last year, or December 2023, that Jehovah's Witnesses finally relented on their ridiculous rule that men aren't allowed to grow beards, or men who grow beards are to be limited in how they can be used in the organization, in what roles or privileges they can aspire to. It took all the way up until December of 2023 for them to figure out that this was a completely unbiblical rule that they'd been clinging to for decades. They threw out a governing body update hosted by Stephen Lett, dispensing with the rule and not really offering any satisfying explanation as to how the organization could have gotten it so wrong over such a long period of time. And now it seems even members of the governing body have wasted no time whatsoever in growing beards. And I don't know, for me, it was just a little bit tone deaf. I mean, you would maybe expect one or two beard jokes, but it just felt a bit wrong for them to be quite so flippant on this subject. Bear in mind, this was a rule that governed the way men were allowed to groom themselves for decades, and where there were, quite serious penalties for men who dared to grow a beard. And then suddenly the rule is out of the window and it's now a subject for comedy.